Howdy, howdy, everybody. Happy Friday. It's almost the weekend, and that means another break from the suffering. No, it means a great time, usually. Although some of us have, maybe don't look forward to the weekends as much. There's definitely sort of a collective conscience of, fuck yeah, the weekend is here. How's it going, Skeptic? Hey there, Jedi Monkey. Josh B. Firebird Lover. Whimsy1. Aaron W. During the pre-roll, NJ Devil with the 11 months. Why does the Ironclad not ride an old-timey bicycle? Because then he'd be an ironic lad. I like that. Nitrous Oxide with 9 months of support. Pretty excited for today. Gonna play some Clad runs to start us out, once I capture the Spire properly. And then today is 1.0 release day for Against the Storm, another favorite here on the channel. Cozy settlement building. Okay, why is this not capturing though? Hill, thanks for the Prime sub in the 2 months. Appreciate you keeping it cozy. There we go. Excellent. Navigator turned 33 today. Happy birthday. Gonna be a great weekend. Hope so. Hey there, Platinum Corgi. Thanks for the good luck wishes. Skeptic says, I told my wife to embrace her mistakes today. She gave me a hug. It's a great one. Hey, yo, Defunk. Did you know that Baylor plays games other than Spire? It is true. It is true. And I'm excited for that today. Definitely. The new Queen's Hand mode added is supposed to be a more distinctly roguey format where there's no meta progression, and you get essentially one try to succeed or fail. What point did I start using Infomod? That had to be partway through the Mastery Challenge, I feel like. Or no, before the Mastery Challenge, but midway through 2022. Has to be, excuse me. We also picked up Run History Plus partway through 2022, which brought more information to the Run History screen and is fundamentally what allows BaylorBot to access my collective game history. Yes, reprogram Frozen Core, the classic synergy. This was the weirdest run I've ever had, pretty much. I mean that. Just look at this floor here. Obtained Frozen Core, skipped Runic Pyramid. What? What do you mean? Can't get any Silent or Watcher streak going. Any help, says Oshdogger. Watcher can be a little tricky. She's got a high baseline of power. But it can be really tricky to get her over the various hurdles in a game, especially as you get later into the game. Early on Watcher, I recommend removing defend cards, focusing on upgrading Eruption, and then probably your best attacks from there. And then starting around the middle of Act 2, you want to start to pick up powerful block cards and powerful setup cards. Stuff like Talk to the Hand, Mental Fortress, Wave of the Hand, Deceive Reality. Stuff like that. Spirit Shield can help too. Definitely find a lot of success going attack first and then block on Watcher. You can get through the first 2 acts almost entirely on offense. It's usually not until the Act 2 boss you're tested in blocking whatsoever. WWEFanfiction.net, thanks for the Prime sub and the 5 months of support. Almost to that half year. So why did we skip Runic Pyramid? Okay, so it was a really, really funny situation. I skipped Runic Pyramid for a couple of reasons. One, I already had 2 copies of Equilibrium, so if I wanted to retain my hand, I could already do so. 2, I had 2 copies of Machine Learning, so we're drawing base 7 cards per turn, meaning if I do retain my hand, I'm going to hand clog. And 3, and most importantly, and hilariously, we had Nuclear Battery, giving us 1 Plasma Orb, and the gold-plated cables, meaning the rightmost orb triggers twice. So by taking the Frozen Core, we got rid of the Cracked Core, and that meant that the Nuclear Battery moved from the 2nd slot to the 1st slot, which caused it to immediately output double energy starting on turn 1. So the real reason we took Frozen Core here is because it was an energy relic, giving us 1 energy per turn off the gold-plated cables starting on turn 1. How's it going, Aaron Luke Best? Just got your first perfect heart kill on A20 Silent. Nicely done. I'm guessing Intangible might have been involved. How's it going, Trebendo Days? Yeah, isn't that a cool reason for not taking Runic Pyramid? So, and we ended up, and then we also had a couple of compiled rivers, and the Frost Orb generation was moderately useful for that. But it was really all about getting the Nuclear Battery into the front slot. And then we were having 7 draw per turn and 5 energy per turn. And we were doing reprogram Hyper Beam things. It was pretty cool. Very cool. Would I say that Necronomicon suits Watcher the best? I think it suits Ironclad probably the best. Ironclad has so many 2 to 3 cost attacks. But it also works very well on Watcher. Watcher is an attack-heavy character. So what do I like about Against the Storm? Hard to distill that down. For me personally, liking Against the Storm started with liking the game Banished. That came out about 10 years ago, and really does have the very, like, almost cookie cutter, has the core base building aspect of Against the Storm, just identical. And I really enjoyed Banished. You've got, you start with just a handful of villagers, and the task is sort of expand and explore and grow this settlement out. So you're sort of, you get to build a whole settlement while having to balance it and manage resources as you do. It becomes quite a fun little creative endeavor. But I quickly found with Banish that once you achieved a state where you could fulfill all of the needs of the settlement, there was nothing left to do. So it was almost like the good part of the game was just the initial part where you're getting set up and expanding and starting to tackle those initial needs and still being threatened by stuff like starvation. And then once you reach the sort of the late game, then, I don't know, you sort of lost interest, which really limited Banished for me as a game, although I did find it really enjoyable. And the other half of that is this really just sort of cozy vibe that goes with it. I just find it very pleasant to spend a lot of time in. So along comes Against the Storm, which says, hey, let's take that previous format and turn it into a roguelite where you're trying to win or lose within a certain time frame and always starting from a fresh start. So you only play the most interesting, most challenging segment of the settlement builder. Yeah, exactly. Quinto Bean says, I love Banished, but after mid-game, it gets boring. So Against the Storm comes in and says, end after mid-game, start over. And it's great. It's great. You end up with Against Storm ends up being like ridiculously complicated in some ways because you have so many different building blueprints and so many different species with so many different types of food and ingredient. But because of the biomechanic and the random blueprints that are offered to you, you only see a small subset of these on each run. Just like Spire has hundreds of relics, but you only need to think about 10 to 20 of them. Dr. Noodles has been up playing Undermine. That game does have some hooks. Undermine is an interesting game. I saw a lot of promise in Undermine when it was in its early access period. That's a game that takes a lot of inspiration from The Binding of Isaac. But feels like they duplicated pieces of the Binding of Isaac formula, but failed to add enough interesting pieces to create really cool gameplay. Sadly. You know, one of the things that makes Binding of Isaac stand out as a roguelite game is the bevy of different items you can get that totally transform your character's basic mode of attack. You start with a shooting projectile attack, but there's different items you can find that turn that into a giga laser beam, or like an orbital shot, or a shot that shoots forward and then homes back to your character, or a lobbing explosive shot, or all these other different things. And Undermine copies the item system of Binding of Isaac without copying the interesting items that transform your gameplay. So it's a whole lot of just sort of stacking swing damage, swing speed, and swing area of effect on top of each other. But you're never really attacking in a more interesting way in that game. Ever try Rogue Legacy 2? Yeah. Tried both Rogue Legacy 1 and 2 on stream briefly. I did not find those much to my liking. Did I catch the Game Awards? No, I don't typically watch Game Awards stuff. I did hear that BG3 got Game of the Year, as I think it rightfully should have. Nobody was surprised by that, really. Aaron Luke Best with the Prime sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. Shardpunk. Can't say I've heard of Shardpunk. It's cool that the Dead Cells devs are working on a new game, Windblown. Dead Cells definitely somewhat legendary in the roguelite space. Yes, exactly, Tez, and that's what really made BG3 stand out from a lot of other games. Is there's so much heart and soul, genuine love and effort put into that game. A true creative endeavor, an actual work of art. Really impressive overall. Really, really impressive. NS Mizal with a Prime sub in the 13 months. And a dad joke for Calipers. Would be good here. What do you call it when a cow saves your life? Bovine intervention. No refunds, Twitch chat. Zombie Harb says, ever played One Step from Eden? Yes, I checked that one out. That's a cool, challenging game. Part deck builder, but part real-time dodging attacks. I feel like you have to have two brains to play One Step from Eden. Let's start an Ironclad run, hey? Currently at 4 in a row with the Clad. Can we continue to strive forward successfully? Probably picking that one. What are our options here? So we have lots of elites with relatively little in terms of rest sites. This makes me want a rare relic even more. Hexaghost at the end is somewhat encouraging. I like this formation here. Could do potentially 4 elites, although that would require a very good rare relic. I think it's better than a common relic, surely. Would I ever consider going back to Beneath Oresa? Probably not. There's enough good roguelite games, deck builders too, that I don't feel like it stood out enough for me to want to revisit it over my other options. Truth be told, I really don't much enjoy games that are cel-shaded, period, so it's very hard for me to want to play them. How much more do I value a rare relic over a common relic? That's hard to... It's really all up to the specific rare relic. Some of the rare relics are game-breaking. Most of the common relics are incremental advantages. So it's like having a bonus versus having a win con. Did I ever delve into Factorio or Satisfactory? I've got 500 hours in Factorio. Yes. Very much enjoyed Factorio. I'll probably stream the new content once the expansion releases. Think of common as more front-loaded. That's a pretty good description, but not necessarily true. Although, most things are more front-loaded than an unceasing top. Okay, unfortunately we did not get a rare relic that does anything. And that's not going to let me kill any elites, alas. There might be a few cards we could pick up. Probably we have to go to this fire now. I'm not sure we fight the Burning Elite. We can actually just go around it and still fight these 2 elites. That's completely reasonable. Urtek Shell with the 15 months. Yeah, we could always form sort of an anger loop. Yeah, win condition. Essentially, a win con is an effect or combination of effects that results in a 1 game for the player once it's achieved. So, for example, having Dead Branch and then playing Corruption could be thought of as a win con in Slay the Spire. Because you basically win after that happens. Combust, Cleave, True Grit. Interesting. Combust is a nice way to get through some early fights. I'm going to grab that. I like a Combust. Oh dear. 12 cards, match them to keep them. This could be everything we need, or it could be the worst thing ever. Spooky monster with 12 months. Time flies when you keep on watching. Let's start here. Feed. Okay. We have to find the feed. But where do we look? Hey, that's the good one. One from the right on the bottom. That's Bash. Let's see what the bottom corner is. There it is! 039 had it. We get the feed. Boom. Floor 2 feed. Easy peasy. Alright, let's look at these corners. What's here? Twin Strike. I'll take a Twin Strike. And this is Uppercut. Wow, there's only good cards here. I would take either of those. Let's look at the middle ones now. Uppercut. Boom. I guess we get to fight the 4 Elite Path. This is awesome. Okay, cool. And then what's this? Injury? Let's just look at Twin Strike then. Dang. And Nitrous Oxide with a gifted sub for the successful feed call out. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. Heck yeah. Well, that was certainly a thing. Let's eat. Feed, uppercut. Close enough. Delicious. So the bad news is these cards are all pretty terrible. The good news is we got excellent cards added already, so I don't need another card. We could argue that with the Dex Potion, the Iron Wave is pretty good, actually. I'll take an Iron Wave. Okay, do we even go to this shop now? We could just take 2 to 3 more combats on the way to the Burning Elite here. Pick up some more potions, pick up some more max health off the feed. The Clash Unceasing top combo. Once, I think only once, have I successfully pulled off having a Clash with Unceasing top and then managing to destroy every other card with exhaust effects. So you just play Clash over and over again. Yeah, feed says take hallways. Potions say take hallways too. Let's take some hallway fights. Yummy, yummy. And then just defend Iron Wave? Probably. Actually, no, that's fine, right? Because if we play Combust, we do 5 + 5 + 18. So this terrible draw doesn't matter. Thanks to Combust. The perfect hand doesn't exist? Wait. Or does it? Fruit juice? What the heck, man? I'm gonna be chonky on this run. Rampages here? How about a Shrug? Shrug seems fine. Again, especially with Dex Potion. Iron Wave has an unnecessarily cool animation for how weak of a card it is. It's a very cool card. Five of a kind isn't legal. That's true. That's true. Trollerino! No, Trolliano. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. Kind of like Trollerino, though. Iron Wave is weak? I mean, it only does 5 damage. Kind of hard to scale Iron Wave. We consider it a pretty medium tier card these days. I'm not going to play Combust. Pretty hard to feed on this fellow, but we're going to try here. We do 19 damage? We might actually fail to kill without playing the Combust. Ha! Nailed the feed. Never worried. We have 82 max health already. That's after losing max health to the boss, or to the starting bonus. And we're also offered a Bludgeon or an Anger. Unceasing Top says take the Anger. Bonk says take the Bludgeon. TFT and Caligon, thanks for the Prime sub and the Tier 1 sub in the 3 months, and Fluctuation EM with 47 months. 1 away from 4 years. Dang. Seems hard to land feed alongside Bludgeon. That actually does make me want to take Anger a bit more. I think this might be Anger. Anger is pretty arguably better against Hexaghost as well, yeah. I'm going to take Anger here. Probably want to stop adding cards pretty soon here. I think my big question now is, do we upgrade Uppercut or do we upgrade Combust? at this position. Feed upgrade in this position is too greedy. Pesca Pesca with the Prime sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. Now, experience has taught me that you can't upgrade feed in this position. You have to get more immediate value from your cards. We might be able to upgrade feed here, here, or here, though, depending on what we find along the way. But prior to this Burning Elite, we have to get our output increased. In this position being early mid-act 1 with no other upgrades. There's a couple of problems with the feed upgrade. One is that it's only 2 more damage one time, so it's just not that much numerical output. And the other is that you'll often choose not to play this card if it's not lethal. So upgrading a card that you might not play is a waste of your upgrade, usually. But my face, though. Ow. 30 damage turn 1 from these guys. At least we get to eat one. The double team. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the last time I saw a set of 4 gremlins where there was only 2 types of gremlin. Huh. Upgraded feed would have killed the sneaky gremlin in 1 hit. That's true. That's true. And then I think we strike this one. We just take 20 to the face, because yeah. I could actually consider the liquid bronze here. It would help substantially. We're only at 20% for a potion, though. I think we keep both these potions for the elite. See, next turn. Now, we need to hit the sneaky gremlin so we can kill it next turn. 5 health means combust kills it, or 2 attacks, or bash. Take 20 here. Cool. That'll do. Toasty. Okay, we could have used a potion. I'm going to do it. Block potion's got to be better than the Dex potion, I suppose. Well, maybe not necessarily. Is it better than the Thorns potion? Probably. Let's go block potion, Dex potion into this Burning Elite, which is a Gremlin Gnorb. Unfortunate. Turn 1 bash is okay. Turn 1 combust is ideal here. I do expect to get hit for 24. We can block a lot of that, though. And we get uppercut for the weaken at the perfect time. So this is likely going to go well. About as well as a Burning Elite Gremlin Ob can go anyway. Nine plus 15, not a KO, sadly. So do I shrug Blockpot? Blinking Henry with a 4 months of the Prime sub. Don't think you've ever seen me take 2 angers. Gonna be some good top value. No feed. Get a gambling chip. Okay, so already we're actually getting a bonus now, effectively, from our Starting relic. The Unceasing Top was a rare relic, so had we not chosen the Niao bonus that we had picked, we would have the Unceasing Top from that Gremlin Knob. We wouldn't have the Gambling Chip yet, and we wouldn't have 2 copies of Feed either. Or would we? Yoink. Having 2 feeds I like quite a bit. It means you can just discard one of them effectively, or play one of them early on without any consequence. Or potentially you can get multiple feeds if there are multiple foes. How is that going to help me kill Hexaghost, though? Concerning. Do I maybe need to go a different path? I do like 2 more elites, quite a lot. Let's see what the relic is. Champion Bell. Whenever you apply Vulnerable, also apply 1 weak. It's nice with Uppercut. At minimum, Uppercut's now 3 weakness. And let's at least fight this elite. Wakey wakey. Unlikely we land that. I probably should have just played it for the additional damage. It's all good. I'll just kill now. Unless I want to take 3 damage for a chance at feeding. It's probably worth it, actually. 6 plus 5, so yes. Take 3 damage here. No lock that time. That's okay. We get a strike dummy, meaning cards with the text strike deal bonus damage. Interesting. These I'm going to skip. Warcry is actually kind of okay with feed, believe it or not. Looks like we need to upgrade Combust. So can I beat Hexaghost with only 1 more card reward is the current question. Man, I'm not sure I'm allowed to go this way. I think we might need to just get card rewards. Although this is only 1 more card reward. Doesn't Combust make feed difficult? Yes. Dying to the boss also makes feed difficult. See, what is the chance of a combat? Only 20%. Pretty low. Maybe we upgrade both Angers for Hexaghost? That might do it. I'll go this way. Concerning. Doesn't Strike Dummy solve it? If I had more than just the basic strikes, maybe. If we had a Twin Strike, it might. Slightly more damage. Bah. It's alright. Perfected Strike. that actually help me? Let's see, Perfected Strike will do 2 energy for 9 plus 12. 21 damage. Starship Beans. Thanks for the Prime sub. The 13 months, the Baker's Year. So 32 for 2 energy with Vuln. I think I just play the Angers more. We count on the Angers to get us through Hexaghost. Almost like a Carnage. In that case, taking a Shrug is not really a bad thing. No, it's really not, huh? Let's try the Shrug. Not 100% on this. We don't have a potion. But we do have Happy Flower. And we do have good weakness uptime. And we also got Combust turn 1, which will help. I suppose. Perfect. So 7 damage per turn is easily worth it over the course of this fight. And I think I'm just going to play the feeds up front here. We need to not draw into these again, and we need the damage right now. Draw one here, although will it be a good thing is unclear. Dang. Betrayed by the top. Rewarded by the top. Okay, that's a pretty good hand at least. Anger, anger, strike, strike with bonus damage. So we have 2 more turns to deal... Oh, wait. Yeah, we have 2 more turns to deal 40 damage. That should be doable. Thankfully, we saved health for this moment right here. Ow. And then we win. But you can see that without the bonus damage from the upgraded Combust, without both of these Angers being upgraded, we might just have been a little bit short on winning this fight. But we're not. We win. We get to go to Act 2. So in a long answer, that's why we weren't allowed to upgrade feed. Trying to upgrade feed, especially both feeds during this Act 1, or trying to not play either feed against Hexaghost, and you lose the act. Pretty close fight there. Exhume is hilarious. Get back feed again. Triple feed. Seems hard to pull off, but it means we can just spam feed. I like it, actually. My least favorite floor 1 boss to see on Clad... It's either a toss-up between Hexaghost and Guardian. I think Slime Boss is probably the easiest for Clad. Demon Form also seems like pretty good scaling, although is a huge obstacle towards making the Unceasing Top do stuff. I also think it's a bit better with Gambling Chip, as it's easier to get in play on turn 1. Or discard in fights where we don't want to play it at all. Probably not taking a Snecko Eye is the thing. I don't know. I think I can just scale by having more Angers, honestly. Let's take an Exhume. Yeah, taking energy. Are we, though? Are we, though? Well, if I ever want to use the Unceasing Top, we can't take either Calling Bell or Velvet Choker, which leaves only the Black Star here. I could maybe take Calling Bell, but I don't like it very much here. So, Black Star then, but are we good enough to actually kill elites? I have big questions about that. Good thing is we have lots of money, so maybe a shop will change things. There's no way I'm taking either of those other options there. Thankfully, there is an early enough shop and early enough rest sites that we can probably avoid an imminent death. Want bloodletting for energy? Oh yeah, I would super take bloodletting. We could go a couple more combats. I don't know how I feel about that. Well, don't want to stumble into the hard pool. Yeah, let's assume one of these events will be a fight. And yes, it is birds. Right away. The freaking birds, man. I drew all the blocks. Good times. Boo. Boo, I say. Double boo. Yeah. Got 1 feat at least. And I will definitely take a Headbutt Plus, dealing 12 damage and then putting a card on the top of the draw pile, where the Unceasing Top can potentially get it. Brown Bag in it says, I took Philostone and noticed that the birds have glowing highs. Yeah, there's a mod that does that. I'm not sure if that's Minty Spire or one of the other quality of life mods, but that's a mod. Unikitty with the full year, saying, thanks for taking me from somebody who couldn't get past Act 2 all the way up to A18. Very well done. Does Strike Dummy encourage you to keep basic strikes? Yes, and yes, particularly on Watcher. Definitely, particularly on Watcher. Oh, bummer, man. Garbage. Double garbage. This is good, though. Kodiak Smack, thanks for the 7 months of support. And I owe the chat a dad joke for taller than the average bear. Who immediately says, I recently read an article about the dangers of drinking. It scared the heck out of me, so I decided not to read the article again. That's great. You know, I've been reading a book about adhesives lately. I can't put it down. We should buy at least 1 potion. Going straight into that elite, we're going to buy 2 potions. Tempting to buy fruit juice. We'll buy the one that does stuff. Alright, our goal is to not die to the elite. Oh, no. Okay, that's why we took, less regular fights, huh? Terrible. Guess I'll use this now. Boo. Now. Blood for blood plus. That is a lifesaver. Rupture is also tempting, but the blood for blood plus is amazing here. We have a combust to do self-harm, and we have plenty of enemies who are happy to help harm us as well. So I will take the blood for blood here. I'm thinking about upgrading Exhume, although we should probably actually just sleep. I mean it. We should just sleep here. Let's try not to die. I have no idea how many hit points this is going to cost me. This fight right here. Looks like lots is the answer. That's a terrible turn one. We need to discard everything. I mean it, everything. Better. Combust turn one is good. Is this enough damage to kill anything? I don't think so, right? So I think we also employ the Distilled Chaos. Basically any hit is good except for the Ascender's Bane. Maybe that lets me kill one of them. Yes, I think that means I can eat the front one now. Let's double check. We have to do 31. We can do 19... 27. Yes, if I skip the combust, we can eat him. Gonna be honest, I'm not allowed to skip combust here. So I think we skip the feed then. Play combust, strike, strike, anger. So be it. Simple, we eat the slaver. Alright, kill this one before we get vulned, and we can eat the third guy, hopefully. Let me just double check. 13 plus 12 plus 15. 25, yeah, that gets him. Good fight though, yeah, we didn't take all that much damage. And we do land one feed. We score 2 relics here. The ink bottle gives us more card draw, very powerful, and prayer wheel means we get more card rewards. I like having prayer wheel and feed, as it means we're heavily incentivized to take normal combats. Although Black Star kind of runs contrary to that. Did you know we're required to fight another elite here? We totally are. We also have no potions left. Are there tricks to using anger effectively? Card draw is the trick, really. I don't know if I'd call that a trick. Combat over fire with the potion chance? Yeah, maybe. Also 2 card rewards. But then I have to do 2 elites on this health total? I don't know. I guess I can opt out of the second one. Alright, let's try it. I'm not sure this will work. Wow, okay, that's a really good turn one, though. headbutt and anger. This guy has to die first, pretty much. I can headbutt the uppercut, actually. Let's do that. Gonna keep you alive as I would like to eat you. Uppercut feed this turn, please. Dang. We're getting weakened. Ugh. That means we gotta just kill this guy. Don't mess with this fight. Damn it. Good, okay. It's not too bad. Please stop. Actually, we can just kill now. We really need to do that, huh? We are allowed to shrug one time first. As 13, 18 kills, so this could draw feed. Did not. Okay, well this fight sucked. We do get a fire potion, so it's probably worth it. Pommel strike with +3 damage is also worth it. Third anger? Seems dumb. Could have Iron Wave the Cultist to keep them alive for feed. That's sort of true. But then you're delaying the kill on the Chosen by another turn, so you're taking another 30 damage or so. How bad would Chosen One be in Act 1? It would be instantly game-ending for most decks. That's true of most Act 2 encounters, though. And I guess just strike, strike. Iron Wave is bad here. Blood for blood, save me. Low blood for blood was not my salvation. This draws a card. And I can play either defend or headbutt? Okay, I'll play defend here. Ah. -1. Boo. Okay, good relics though. Nunchaku will provide lots of energy, and the Incense Burner will provide lots of not dying. And we're still doing well enough that we might be able to take one more elite here. I'll certainly take a Shockwave. I think another normal encounter is off the table here. It's too much suicide. Let's try this. Upgrade all strikes and defends? We have all of them left, so this is 9 upgrades. And given that we're currently really hurting, I'll take those 9 upgrades. Now our strikes deal 12 damage, and maybe that's just enough. Ugh. This is really bad. Boo. Might actually just die to this outright, since I couldn't play Combust. Seems likely. Ooh, 36 damage or play Bash for 1 week? No, do the damage. Okay, not killing me yet. Thank you. Unceasing Top, go! Druin played 3 cards there. That helped quite a bit. We're not dead. Okay. Whew. What a spicy fight. Red Skull. We have 3 strength. And enemies are weak on turn 1, or vulnerable on turn 1, rather. And we have it either an Impervious or a Havoc Plus, both of which are kind of spicy. Havoc seems hilarious. Vuln and weak, you're right. Actually, with Champ Spell, Bag of Marbles is excellent here. Hard to say no to the man, especially with Exhume. Is the goal to make an Unceasing Top Anger build? That seems to be the direction we're getting pushed in at the moment. Havoc is really funny. I'm gonna take it. I don't know if this is a wise choice or not, but I like it quite a lot. And it can do some really cool things. For example, here I can play Uppercut, Headbutt the Uppercut, and then Havoc the Uppercut. That's quite a lot of damage. Might be able to eat both of these fools. Don't want to kill him, though. Not yet. You must be eaten. Hey. All right, then I'll eat you, lady. Actually, no, we block with Orichalcum, right? I don't need to. Good. Ew. Just gonna go. My relics are set up for the boss fight. We're gonna go here. I've got a boss to kill. Is Flex a thing? I don't think Flex is a thing. No combat. Good. Okay. So we have Incense Burner set to block Hyper Beam. And I don't think I want a Dreamcatcher, but I might sleep here for more health against Bronze Automaton. I do think we have pretty good odds of getting through this fight at the moment. Just wish we didn't have so many strikes. Even if they do deal 15. here freaking goes. Do I need the strength potion? I'm hoping no. Take only 6. You just hold on to those feeds for me, thanks. Okay, I should probably kill one or more of the minions here. Well, maybe not, actually. Kill this one. Could exhume Shockwave, that's cute. More like Diaper Beam. Correct. Delicious. And nutritious. Is it ever brutality here? I feel like we need some blocks. Maybe we should take an impervious. Otherwise I am going to fall apart against the heart, surely. Yeah, that fight really highlighted the power of setting up our relics properly, making sure the incense burner was correct. Was really the only thing that mattered. That's why I was willing to skip the feed on the Mystic to just to have the relic set up. I might have been able to go another 6 turns in the Mystic fight and get the feed with the relic set up, but it sounded like too much of a pain in the butt. So I didn't do that. Could have also fed on the Mystic and then gone to another fight to set up the burner, but you could have the same problem. Okay, let's take an Impervious here. Skip Essence of Steel for Blessing of the Forge. This is the only thing that provides energy, huh? Good luck to us. We have Toy Ornithopter for healing, we have Feed for healing, we have Burning Blood for healing. Hopefully that's enough off of 4 energy, otherwise, I don't know. Can we do 3 elites this act? The answer is no. We could do 2 elites only. By my count. It's a little bit sad. Reaper would maybe help things. Reaper could help things. Who's our first act boss? Donu Deka. Still some powers I wouldn't mind having. I like the shop here. Right before the elite, the boss gauntlet. You can get several upgrades along the way. Upgrade Shockwave looks good. Upgrade Pommel Strike, maybe. We'd like to take a bunch of regular fights. There are, especially on the Shapes enemies, we could feed a lot of times, gain a ton of max HP. So something like this looks pretty reasonable. Darklings never fail to make a fight more annoying. It's like our shockwave's upgraded. It's kind of cool. Do I dare combust in this fight? I guess so. Biggest issue is pathing. What tips do I have for pathing by act? I think pathing is one of the hardest things to do in this game, successfully. Can't actually feed yet. Bummer. Act 1, I'm usually trying to maximize the number of rest sites and elites. Act 2 is more about figuring out if you're able to survive elite fights. You might not be able to. Are you kidding me? Wait, if I forge potion, we haven't. Screw it. Actually, no, we don't. Garbage. Freaking annoying. Okay, here we can feed, maybe. Only if I can correctly do it, though. Act 3 is often about taking the Burning Elite where you can get it, or kind of finishing the win condition of your deck. And this is going to require some experience and knowledge of, are you missing upgrades to get a winning deck, or are you missing cards and relics that you haven't seen yet? Which can make things tricky for sure. YOLO. Easy game. No need to repeat that. Although the Spiker, maybe Vorkup them for the Spiker, don't worry. There we go. We have a separate problem. Might need to play Combust to deal with you, so I'm going to. All too often I have a hand I can't play. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Ferox Theory with a 6 months of support. Two feeds ain't too bad. Feel no pain. Whenever a card is exhausted, gain block. Sure. Definitely in no position to take the money or the upgrades, so we fight a boss for a rare relic, and we're hoping it's Slime Boss. It is! Slime Boss can be fed upon multiple times, so that is very good news for us. Might not want to play Combust, it's a little unclear. Oh, we're playing it. Currently at 83. Exactly 75, so let's not. The illusion of choice. That's probably fine. Don't want them to have too little health. Might have been too little. I'm going to eat you now. Plus 15 is 33, is that correct? Yeah. So we have 2 turns to find another feed or 2. Here's one. Not likely. One more turn. No luck. Cool. We score a bird face turn. We heal 2 when we play a power now. And there is an evolve, but there's also a fiend fire. Ooh. I think both of those are very good. We'll grab the fiend fire, I think, to let us burn cards that we don't want, but the evolve also helps us get those exact same cards into our hand. So it's a little tricky to know which we want here. Delicious. And nutritious. I can exhume Impervious instead of exhuming Feed again. Seems like we're going to take a bunch of damage if I don't do that. And I have Coffee Drippers. So, wait, no I can't. It's in the discard pile, not the exhaust pile. Guess I'll just get back Shrug then. Ah. Once again though, 2 out of 3 feeds ain't bad. It says plus on it. Click. Yoink, etc. I'm going to lose the Fire Pot and take none of these, not even the Thunderclap Plus with the Bag of Marbles. Or the Champ Belt. Transient, we don't need to worry about trying to eat, thankfully. We can just play cards, see how many angers we can create in a few turns. Jeez. No Dark Embrace for me, I guess. Highest max HP we've ever achieved is, with a seeded run, we did 453 one time, which was truly ridiculous in the best of ways. One on the exit shot, huh? Okay, that went reasonably well. Disarm Plus is amazing. Flash is not happening. Should have used a potion earlier. At least a blood potion's very good here. Without a seeded run, I think my highest is around 300. Unseeded. The highest theoretical max health you can get in a run is infinitely high by using Nightmare plus Wish to get infinite money and using the Courier to buy infinite fruit juice. I guess with Unceasing Top, that's not the worst thing to happen. Oh, but we're intangible. Good. Please get disarmed 2 times, so that you are never a threat again. When I talk about records and such, is it always A20 based? For stuff like winning, that's always A20 based. Records like, what's the highest stat number you ever achieved, are easier to do on lower difficulties. Alright, got very good debuff application at least. Speed won't deal 26 damage. Anger Strike would. Oh, wait. Can't be threatened next turn. Delicious. And nutritious. Darkstone Periapt isn't worth much, but the Hourglass is okay, dealing 3 damage per turn to all enemies. And we're rewarded for not taking the Evolve earlier, because here's an upgraded Evolve now. And that should complete the powers that I think we're going to need for the late game here. Evolve and Dark Embrace can provide us card draw when the Unceasing Top is not functioning. I'm going to recall now. We have one more elite coming up this act, too. And we get a bottled freaking tornado. Oh my. So do we bottle Dark Embrace or do we bottle Evolve? We get to have one of these cards guaranteed on turn 1. Bottling Evolve is very, very good for Shield and Spear. Dark Embrace is general purpose mass card draw. Pretty even split in chat. Good points on both sides, quite frankly. Let's see, how much exhaust do we actually have? And how bad is that turn 2 going to be? Not much else puts the statuses in the draw pile. I guess the heart does. Let's do Dark Embrace. We can get to the evolve faster with the Dark Embrace in play, usually. And I guess the last question is, do we want another rest site? Is there any upgrade that feels really important? Currently we get one upgrade this act, which is going to be probably Feel No Pain. Taking another fight means more max HP, means more card rewards. Probably we want to go the fight over the rest site here. Perfect turn one. Delicious. YOLO. Not bad. Let's lower your health. Finally, we land the triple feed. In fact, I'm going to eat this guy. Fighting an elite next. It's either Reptomancer or Giant Head. For Reptomancer in particular, I want the Incense Burner on 4. So let's try to do that. Means Happy Flower on 0, which is fine. Second Wind has got to be better than Shrug Plus. Second Wind is amazing here. Potion, right? That's right. It is Reptomancer, so we're rewarded for the Incense Burner setup. As I mentioned in previous times, against Repto, we want to not kill any daggers on turn 1 to bait them into, to bait Repto specifically, into attacking us while we're intangible here. So I'm going to put the damage on the Repto. Going to let Orichalcum block here, keep these debuffs extended. Take 6 is no problem. And we get attacked by all 4, but it's only 1 damage, so get wrecked. Definitely want to kill these for next turn, though. This is going well. Can't quite kill Repto this turn, but we can get pretty close. Exhume this Havoc. Of course, now both feeds are in my hands. Classic. Guess that works too. So I can headbutt, feed, pommel strike, feed, land the feed. Seems good. Get a turnip. We're immune to frail and a bottled lightning, meaning we can have any one skill in the opening draw pile. With Dark Embrace bottled, I also like bottling the disarm to shut down the heart early or to shut down really anything. Although that's not that good in Shield and Spear, so we could maybe consider bottling Shockwave instead, for the guaranteed turn 1 weakness and vulnerable. On Shield and Spear, they have 2 artifact. The Bag of Marbles will remove 1, then Shockwave removes 1 by applying weak, applies 3 vulnerable, and then they apply 1 weaken again. So this is 3 vul and 1 weak on turn 1 of Shield and Spear. And then we're invulnerable on turn 2. That seems really good, actually. Doesn't Bag and Belt remove 2? No, because Champion Belt is whenever you apply vulnerable successfully, the artifact blocks the vuln from the Bag of Marbles, therefore the Champ Belt never activates because you never actually applied vuln. It's only 1 artifact removed. That's a pretty good Intimidate plus, actually. We have Bottled Dark Embrace. Let's take that. Do I play any games off stream? Oh, plenty. Plenty, plenty. Believe it or not, I'm going to lose this feed. Get him. No need for Evolve here, huh? Let's get the Exhume, too. Headbutt it, though. Just in case. Ow. How dare you? You're actually dead to the Hourglass now, so I've missed my feed. Unless I Gambler's Brew for it. Forget about it. No, thank you. I think we take the second Fiendfire over the third Havoc, but third Havoc's pretty funny here. Do I need a way to gain strength? Not that way. How I'm currently feeling. Power Pot looks pretty good. What's the thought process behind using Havoc here? It's a free card play. Actually, 2 card plays for Ink Bottle. It exhausts a card for Feel No Pain. And it's a 0-cost card, so we can just spam more cards in total. The Unceasing Top is part of what is making it acceptable, although note how few cards we've actually drawn off the top this run. Just 11. Of course, across the whole run. I could buy a Strawberry, but it seems really bad, gonna be honest. Let's upgrade Feel No Pain. Okay, Donu deck is definitely our easiest matchup. I think probably Awakened one is the second easiest. I'm not thrilled by the idea of fighting Time Eater with this deck. We also have an Exhume to get back anything that gets exhausted that we didn't want to play. And one of our key cards is actually the Anger, which cannot be exhausted by Havoc. It's impossible for Havoc to delete Anger. It's kind of cool, actually. Sure, put a... You know what? Put Havoc on top, actually. I want to delete more cards. Cute. Lose him and weep. Being able to headbutt Havoc is particularly powerful also. Then we get to choose what we're deleting, basically. Donut. And then eventually the deck just becomes entirely Anger. And I assume that's good. Seems like a good thing. Delicious. I set over bottle, that's fine. We have 145 hit points now. And it is, unfortunately, the Time Eater. Which means we have to be really careful about which cards we use in this fight. Don't think we can play Unlimited Angers here. Don't think I need the Power Potion, though. Just have to be a little careful sometimes. Pufferfish, thanks for the Prime sub and the 34 months. Our Anger is limited. Limited edition Anger. Combust is not a bad card to play. You have plenty of hit points. Deleting one anger with Fiendfire is probably a good idea. I don't like losing the Shrug Plus, but I think it's worth it. Just stop there. Prevent this attack by... Well, actually, is that correct? A little unclear. Still doing well. Time Eater only has 1 strength. We have most of our health still. Disarm you again. Gives me an energy and a card draw. I guess that's fine. Uppercut is my only source of weaken bolt now. It's not true. Bash is also a source of weaken bolt. Fiendfire? That's fine too. Burn the deck down. Now we can play the anger. And we even have instance on 4 as we land the feed here. Guess we go anger feed. To get burner to get Nunchaku onto. We can also do hazardous, right? 9? Yeah, 2 more cards. There we are. Delicious. So that actually wasn't bad at all. I thought Time Eater would be a little tougher, but because we had the Evolve and the double disarm, we were able to have that be not a problem. It's only the late game powers we've added for Act 3 and Act 4 that have really helped make this boss fight a lot easier. Two thump, a deep pulsing dread could be felt throughout the room is this. The heart of the Spire, the source of all these angers. We deal 2,005 damage. Good year. Walk onwards into Act 4. Okay, we have plenty of hit points, so we get to upgrade. Not that I'm allowed to rest anyway. Do we upgrade the Shockwave for longer, weak, and vulnerable? Do we upgrade the Second Wind for more block? Do we upgrade the Impervious for more block? Or do we upgrade Exhume? I think those are the choices. Exhume, Shockwave, Impervious, or Second Wind. The source of all this combustion. Yeah, that very early combust, that was our first card, right? This has worked out quite well. Thinking the Fiendfire for the bonus damage? I could see that. A quicker end to Shield and Spear. Could matter quite a bit in the heart, too. We can easily Fiendfire for 10 cards. Yeah, I actually don't disagree with that. We have plenty of survivability. Okay, let's upgrade Fiendfire. Yeah. I'm down. Add a third Fiendfire. Add another Power Potion. Add a Rupture. How about an Orrery? Look at 5 cards and add any of them to the deck. Hand Decreed's a bit late, don't you think? I do like Dark Shackles as a block card. Dark Shackles is very, very good with Bottled Dark Embrace. Let's look at Orrery first. We might go with the Rupture, but there might be a free Rupture in here. Take another Disarm for sure. Armaments Plus is okay. Yeah, Rupture Plus. Or we could take another Feel No Pain. And I'll take another Exhume. I think it's Rupture Plus, though. Almost makes me want a Hemokinesis, then. Almost. I'll go 1 Power Pot, 1 Gambler's Brew, I suppose. So let's just do a remove for 125. Yeah. 39 cards. And $1 to our name. We got turn 1 Evolve anyway, so bottling Evolve was a scam. Guaranteed. Wow, and Rupture's in play? That makes me want to Combust, but I'm going to Shockwave here. Make them both weak. Can always headbutt the Combust. Yeah, here we go. Get wrecked. Burner. Excellent. Boat thingy coming in on the turn we're not intangible. And +1 strength. You know, this run really turned into something. I definitely thought we were in a big trouble around midway through Act 2. Because the anger thing was not going to work in the late game, but we have definitely pieced together some very good late game stuff here. And I think we have very good odds of winning the heart fight now. Ludicrously good odds of winning the heart fight now. Although that's a little disappointing. Italicized, fire-breathing Berserk. Let's see, Berserk doesn't actually make us vulnerable, right? We are already going to be vulnerable this turn, next turn, and the turn afterwards. Berserk adds 2 turns of vulnerable, but those 2 turns are this turn and the next buff turn, so we don't actually take any bonus damage from Berserk. Yeah, just free energy seems okay, I guess. Sure. FreeEnergy.com. want to headbutt anger, surely. Reevolve.com. I guess we strike over playing headbutt? Yeah. Yeah, 2 out of 2 on the evolve where it mattered on turn 1. It's pretty cool. This is a scam, though. We're going to be intangible on the turn that doesn't matter. Oh well. Stupid burner. Made a bit of a mistake, too. I think we're fine. Forget those cards. Give me these cards. Actually, scratch that. Forget these cards, too. These cards are also a scam. Not yet. Sticks around for now. I guess Rupture wasn't that helpful. Keep Exhume the Shockwave. Just Exhume Intimidate for now. Strength gain online. Good work on seizing top. That again. Now I'm angry. And hungry. GG, Mr. Heart. Look at all those angers. GG. Nice. What a delightful run that was. Some top performance by the Clad. GG. GG. Did the top actually do anything? I think there were a couple of turns where it truly mattered. But mostly, no, it did not do a whole lot. Helped on Gremlin Leader, that's true. And this fight could have killed us outright. So even if it only drew a few times during the run, it did matter a fair bit when it did draw. When do I plan on switching to another character? When we hit the goal of 20 streak. How would I rate Unceasing Top on other characters, specifically Defect? I think Defect can use this more than other characters. Because Defect, more than any other, is able to generate lots and lots of energy. So you could play an Aggregate Plus with a big deck, or multicast a Plasma Orb, and then you can play truly a lot of cards with the Unceasing Top. The Ascender's Bane Curse and added statuses from enemies can be a real problem, although there are a few ways to deal with that on Defect. Recycle is the Defect card that lets you help with that. Otherwise, you have to rely on Purity, the colorless card, or the Relics Medical Kit or Blue Candle can also help. Do I miss playing the other classes? I mean, when I do, we go back and play. We had a really good Defect run yesterday. But so far, I'm actually really enjoying the Pure Clad. Hey, much thanks, Library FTW, for those 17 months. 6 streak is no joke. 6 streak is a big deal if you're playing A20 Heart. Does Evolve make the Unceasing Top better? I think so. Yeah, it means you're more likely to draw a hand that includes at least one status. But if you top into a status card, you at least get to look at other different cards afterwards, so you can still keep playing stuff. And yes, we're gonna streak all of the 4 characters is ultimately the goal. Ironclad, then Silent, then Defect, then Watcher. That's the plan anyway. Before we jump into another run here as the Clad, I'm going to take a quick break, refill the legs, stretch the water. So back in a few minutes, everybody. When I return, it's more Ironclad time. BRB. All right, Twitch chat, we are back. Thanks for hanging out. I do think a 10 streak was our best. We've done a 10 streak and a 7 streak, and now we're on a 5 streak. So far, we've been doing pretty good on Clad, from my perspective. And I just wanted to answer briefly. Somebody asked, why lose the feed over the defend on the falling event? And yes, the short answer is that you can use second wind to get rid of defend, is basically the whole reason. Can't do that on feed. Although the feed can be just played directly. Alright, Twitch chat, once more into the breach. Or once more slay the Spire, I guess. We're playing Clad on a 20 here. And what is my starting choice? Weird act. Kind of like going for the Burning Elite here. Although more realistically, path like this one. Gotta commit early to that Burning Elite. Not sure about that. I do like a colorless card on Clad. Quite a few of the colorless cards are really good for Clad, because many of them are 0 cost, which Ironclad really appreciates. Many of them exhaust, which Ironclad really appreciates. Taking 18 to transform 2, very risky. Could pay off big time, but could be immediate sadness. I usually don't like this pick. I'll take 99 gold for Transform 2 or lose 7 max health for Transform 2, but not take 18 damage or take a curse. What if Burning Blood was even burnier here? With a bandage up, heal 4 once per combat with exhaust. Seems fine to me. Neither Deep Breath nor Purity are all that good on their own. Purity can do stuff in the mid to late game especially. Kind of awkward early on, but Bandage Up is just really good right away. And immediately we see a use for that sustain. Ow. Block twice, take 8, or Bash Strike, take 12. It might be a take 12 here, get rid of the little guy. Otherwise, next turn is just miserable. Yeah. Still is, I guess. So about those take 18 damage starts. Probably Shrug first. Fighting Guardian? Yeah, I'll take a Shrug here. Pummel's not very good of an attack on its own. 8 damage one time is not much better than Strike. You need the strength to make this good. It doesn't give me much hope for the Burning Elite, so I'm not going to go for the Burning Elite here. I'm going to get a Relic on floor 2. It's a meal ticket. Okay. Cool. Coffee Dripper Clad is go. So I either draw 3 strikes, or I draw a Shrug, Strike, Strike. It's a 50-50. I guess that makes the expected value math pretty easy. So our choices are strike or defend here. If we defend, we save 5 in the event of... yes, drawing all 3 strikes. If we strike, then we save 8 in the event of not drawing all 3 strikes. So 8 is better than 5. Play the strike. So we could have saved 5 there, but no biggie. Pommel Strike is a welcome attack addition. We definitely want a damage card here, having just picked Shrug It Off. So keep giving me stuff that says draw. Sounds good. I guess we have a good enough reason to go to the shop here. We'll heal for 15. Get back up to full HP as we go into our elites here. We might also be able to buy a relic, depending on how much money we find in the next combat. Low end of a shop relic price is 157, so we might just be able to afford a relic. Let's do that. This would be a good Searing Blow time, I know, right? I wouldn't totally dislike a Searing Blow. And here's the fight we get a lot of hit points from anyway. Double Pommel Strike. It's not flex, right? No. I'm cool with double Pommel Strike here. Triple Pommel Strike. Let's see. Centennial Puzzle's very good. First time we lose health each combat, draw 3. I like that quite a lot. I think that's probably better than Quarter Move. As far as cards go, Panic Button's okay. If we're fighting a different boss, Evolve would be okay. Impervious could be okay. Panic Button is quite strong. If I could do Panic Button and a Carter move, I might do that. But I think overall I like the puzzle a lot here. For that guaranteed 3-draw. Happy with that relic. This might be a rare case of upgrade Bash into the Elite. Pommel Strike Plus only does 1 more damage, and if it's damage I'm concerned about, then we have to upgrade Bash. Even if we're fighting Lagavulin, we want the upgraded Bash for the additional Vuln. Turns out to be Sentries, which is probably our worst matchup here. Thankfully, we've got lots of health to spare. A lot of health on these Sentries, too. Say we probably lose 40 to 50 HP here. It's going to be ugly. At least the additional draw effect on the pummels will help with the daze later on. Okay, we got rid of one of them pretty quickly here. Being able to spend all the energy each turn is good.